Arwen is a druid mantra given to the bards to invoke the muse, who is the goddess of the arts, Bridie. Her 9 names were sung by the bards and still are sung by the bards of today. Bridie's 9 names invoke her spirit, which embodies fire, water, and the bees, the swan, springtime, the elements of fire, the element of water.
Bridie Brigida Sulashina Anandana Bridgetonya Tara Bridie Brigida Sulashina Anandana Bridgetonya Tara.
And actually, when you tune into the earth energies, there's a fire, there's a spark, and a rowan responds to earth energies, and you'll always find rowan trees growing along ley lines. So if you walk up the line of rowans to Bridie's Mound, you're walking up the swan's neck. And when you get onto Bridie's Mound at the top, there used to be a roundhouse up there. Thousands of years ago, a circular temple that the Druids would keep the flame in and chant the 9 names. The swan's neck is Wearial Hill, which joins onto Bridie's Mound, which used to be an island surrounded by water, and Bridie's Mound is the head of the swan. She's the goddess of healing and the arts. So the bards would drink the honey mead made from Bridie's bees to be inspired to write and sing and perform their songs and stories and poems to her as their muse, she who would inspire their arts. And that was used for healing, you know, sound, words of power, chanting and singing the names of the goddess. Arwen herself is a goddess, that's one of her names. Bridie actually has many meanings. Bridget in Gaelic is a word for fire, and a hill or a high place. And in Brittonic, people now call Welsh, is that's old British language, very similar to Gaelic. Bridie has many meanings as well. It means bridge or crossing place, where you cross from one realm into another. Brie is an Old English word meaning hill or high place. So Bridie means lofty or high, like a star, bright, shining. Bridget means bright and shining.
Bridie, Bridie, goddess of fire, lift our spirits higher and higher. Bridie, Bridie, goddess of fire, lift our spirits higher and higher. Bridie, Bridie, goddess of fire, lift our spirits higher and higher.
With this very special opening into the chapel on the top, where the Mary line came through the door, and you would receive a healing just by walking through the door, through that entrance. And then you would sit there and contemplate and pray and ask for a vision from Bridie. And every time I've done that up there, it's happened. And in the year 2000, I went up there and did 3 Arwens on the top and opened to Bridie. So this is 25 years ago. And she gave me, I could hear like a perpetual choir singing. I could hear the 9 names being sung, and I started to sing them, and that became a song eventually, a song to Bridie with the 9 names that she gave me up there. And you know, when you have a connection like that, it can trigger so many synchronicities, and then people you meet, and then when you make this connection with the goddess in the landscape that you live on, and you go up there regularly and connect in this way with a presence on the land, you're not just reading about something that people used to believe in 2,000 years ago. You're having a living experience of a living tradition that you're part of. And Bridie comes to life in the bees, in the flowers, in the trees, in the grasses, in the wind. When you sit still and become very quiet and just sit and receive the energy and become receptive, out of that silence she will speak to you through the humming of the bees, the sound of the wind through the grasses, the song of a bird, the sound of a swan flying overhead, those subtle whisperings in the hedgerows of other creatures moving around. And these are all Bridie's manifestations. She is the hill, she is the mound, she is the animals and the trees. And so when we go to Bridie's Mound, we connect with the land, and through the land we connect with Bridie. So this isn't some forgotten pre-Roman belief system that, you know, was replaced by Christianity. This is a living being in our land. She is the indigenous goddess of Avalon, Bridie, and the swan is her main familiar or totem.
Bridie Brigida Sulashina Anandana Bridgetonya Tara Bridie Brigida Sulashina Anandana Bridgeton